What's up, everyone? This is Brandie again with MsWrestleBlog, coming to you to talk to you about some things going on in the women's wrestling world in the WWE. Now, of course, we have the Divas Revolution going on, where we saw Sasha Banks, uh, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte debut on the main roster, where they have really been kicking ass and taking names. Just tonight on Raw, we saw Sasha Banks get the pin over Paige, which is kind of like their secondary poster girl without the Bellas on the main roster kind of deal. So that means a lot to me. That's saying that they're really trying to build Sasha. And by giving the NXT girls all this limelight and these pins over these women, I feel like they're really trying to build each of those women to be incredible players in the game. And that's really exciting to me. I'm excited to see where this is going. I'm excited to see, is Nikki Bella going to break AJ Lee's record? Are they going to do that? Because if they're not, it's getting close to time for her to drop that belt. So it's interesting to see where that's going to lead us at SummerSlam. Are we going to have a 9 diva tag match? Are we going to have someone going up? Because I think really by now, with as many wins as Sasha's picked up, her and Charlotte should be right at each other's heels for a chance at the Divas title. So we'll see. We might see maybe on SmackDown another Nikki Bella match, and if Sasha Banks picks up a win over Nikki Bella, then it's safe to say that Sasha will be representing Team Bad in the title hunt, which I think is phenomenal. Now, what else we have going on in the Divas world, separated from the Divas Revolution, is Lana and Summer and this ongoing feud with Rusev and the absent Dolph Ziggler. I'm loving this. I'm loving Summer Rae taking her place. I'm loving Summer Rae coming in and being this awesome heel, playing adjacent to Lana as this strong woman babyface character. Tonight we had the whole incident with the fish, which I think we were all waiting on someone to get smacked with that fish, but instead Summer Rae just got her face just rubbed in it, which was great television in my opinion. That was a nice spot. I can't wait to see these two ladies finally clash in the ring. I think everyone's chomping at the bit for that. I know I am. Down in NXT, the land of Divadom, we've got not really that much going on. Not as action-packed as we're used to because, of course, our main players have been brought up to the main roster and Bayley has just now come back. We still have the whole Dana Brooke versus Charlotte feud going on, and I think that program's going to be wrapping up with this next match because, of course, Charlotte's going to be on the main roster now. And also, I've seen at live events, apparently Emma has turned on Dana, so we might see a little feud going on down there between them. And, of course, they're going to be feuding with Bayley at some point. We had Alexa Bliss and Carmella going at it for a while, but that's really seemed to have kind of tapered off in the past little bit with those three, Carmella, Big Cass, and Enzo having some matches on the main roster. So who knows? We might see them coming up soon, and that Alexa Bliss Carmella thing may just fall to the wayside. But I want to talk a little bit about Alexa Bliss and how she's really starting to own this heel character. I'm really digging it. She was great as the little fairy, but come on, Bayley is the #1 female babyface. So giving Alexa this heel character, sticking her with a tag team has elevated Blake and Murphy and elevated her. I'm loving that we're seeing her use the Sparkle Splash as an insult to injury to people. She's just really taken that heel manager female role and started making it her own. And I'm just excited to see where it keeps going because she has all the natural athletic ability in the world, and she's really starting to hone those acting skills and becoming a really well-rounded out player. So we're definitely, I think, going to see Alexa Bliss stepping her game up in the women's division down there. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see her starting to get into that title hunt again in the next few weeks. Something else we had on NXT recently is we had Eva Marie's debut against Casey Cassidy. Now we know that Casey Cassidy and Jessie McKay, they are a part of the Divas that are coming up in NXT. So they're going to be in the next year, our girls that we're going to be getting behind, like how we're getting behind Sasha and Charlotte and Becky. So they're our new generation coming up, and they started Eva Marie's debut off with Casey Cassidy, which I think was a smart move. She did pick up the win. Now, my thoughts on this match was, when you compare this match to the last time we saw her wrestle, which was with Bayley down there, it's night and day difference. It really is. She's picked up so many different moves. Her look is much better, and her in-ring performance is much better. Now, given that there are some things kind of negative, I have to say. She does really need to work on putting some more energy into her performance. She really needs to work on her facials and really needs to take that robe and work that shit. When she comes out, I want to see her in all regale. Just give it to me, Eva. Just go big or go home. Just biggest, baddest bitch. That's what you want. Own it. Let's see it. So a lot of people weren't that impressed with Eva's debut. I was, because I like to look at the progress of someone. I like to look at where they started to where they are now. And the progress is, it proofs in the pudding in that for me. I mean, 3 months with Brian Kendrick, and she's remarkably improved. So I hope she keeps on that path. I hope we keep seeing Eva skyrocketing and getting better, because I really want good things for this girl, because I'm so sick of all the hate and heat that she gets while she's trying to learn. Just because she's taken a different route than someone else doesn't mean it's, the wrong route. With Eva, she is working every NXT live event, and she's been working a lot of tag matches with The Rock's cousin and a villainess named Lena. Now, Lena is a bigger girl, but she's big, she's strong, she's a tough chick. She's, of the mindset of Tamina, which is her cousin, actually. Now, I love seeing the tag match, and I love them putting Eva in a tag match, because tag matches are so awesome for women when they're first starting to learn, because there's so many different people to work off of to pick up their moves. There's so many different spots that you can do. There's time for them to have rest breaks. It's just a good way to help teach pacing to a new diva. And this pairing of Lena and Eva Marie is really exciting to me. I'm really digging it, because I love the chemistry that these two have to have. I mean, you can see it in a picture of those two. It's just such an odd couple, but works so beautifully together. And I've seen a couple of snippets of them working in the ring together, and it really seems like Eva's picking up the pace. And I think that's in part to being with these women who've been wrestling longer, and she's learning how to go faster and faster and really start timing the match out better. So I love that. I'd love to see them actually bring Lena up as a permanent partner for Eva. Because I feel like it's been done with AJ and Tamina, and of course now Naomi and Tamina. But just there's something that feels different to me about Lena and the pairing of Lena and Eva Marie. AJ didn't necessarily need Tamina. Naomi didn't necessarily need Tamina. They were, of course, stronger by putting them together out of necessity kind of deal. But Eva does need Lena. She needs Lena to help propel her forward. And it would just be nice to see these two together. It would be nice to see Lena get a slice of the pie. And I just really think these two have chemistry, and I would like to see them do kind of what Dana and Emma are doing. And I've never really been that big of a fan of the Dana and Emma combo, because I didn't feel like they had chemistry. But of course now we may be seeing those two go at it, because like I said earlier, on a live event, Dana and Emma, they did turn on each other. So that'll be interesting to see where that program goes. Now, the other thing that we've got going on is Bayley is back from her injury, and she is determined to take the title off Sasha. So do you think we're going to actually see Bayley go over and take the title? Sasha's got to drop it to somebody, because she can't be on the main roster with it for the next year. So we've got Charlotte and Dana Brooke going up against each other for bragging rights, I suppose, and to end this feud. And then we'll have Bayley versus Charlotte to see who the number one contender is for Sasha's WWE NXT Women's title, which I think Bayley's going to go over, of course, because Charlotte is now going to be up in the main title picture. So I do think that we're going to see Bayley take that title off Sasha in an epic match. And then from there, it's interesting. That's what I love about NXT, is that, okay, they've made these huge stars in these women, and now they've shuttled them off to the main roster, and they have to start all over again. And a lot of people hate that. They're like, NXT is going to suck without these women. And I'm like, you have to understand, NXT is a training ground. You should be excited to tune in and see these women and watch them build up. And not just the women, the men too. You should be excited, because you're watching people develop before your very eyes. That's so exciting. So in a year from now, people like Eva, Lena, Casey Cassidy, Jessie McKay, Carmella, Alexa Bliss, we're going to see all those women competing at a level that hopefully is reminiscent of Charlotte and Sasha. So we're just seeing NXT cranking out amazing women and shuttling them off to the main roster. And it seems like the main roster is finally getting it right with them and doing their best to build them the way they should. So I hope that continues. I can't wait to see what lies ahead. And I can't wait to see Sasha Banks carrying around that Divas title, because Sasha Banks is, to me, the most well-rounded wrestler and performer in the WWE female division, because everything she does is fire to me. She's always on point with her character. Her matches are always great. She just has that it factor. To me, she is the next evolution in women's wrestling. So Sasha is my hand-picked Divas champion. That's who I want. I want the boss to take over the main roster. Okay. So coming up tomorrow, we also have Total Divas, where we get to see a little breakdown between Foxy and Paige over Paige's boyfriend, Kevin Staff. That's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what goes on with that. And of course, I'm excited to see the continuing drama between Eva Marie and the Bella twins. It's just all very exciting, and I'm ready to see that incident with Nikki and Dolph. Oh, I'm for it. I'm ready to see it. So that's really what's going on. That's what I've been contemplating on as far as women's wrestling go. What have you guys been thinking about? What do you think about the Divas Revolution? How did you feel about Eva Marie's debut? Where do you think the NXT women's division's going? And are you as excited as I am to see what happens next on Total Divas? Let us know. Hit me up. I am MsWrestleBlog at Twitter. And of course, always click subscribe at the bottom so you can come back and talk with us here. You guys have a great night, and I will be back tomorrow with my co-host Devin, where we're going to break down our Raw reaction. See you later.